Okay, on my last video about the Inktense pencils, I showed you how to make kind of an in-between intensity. It was not super light, but not super intense either. So today I'm going to show you two different ways to use these, but they both result in very intense colors. You can also make very pastel colors, so maybe we'll do that on another video too. So today I'm just using this really cool coloring book fabric that I got at my local quilt store, and I imagine it's available online also. It's fun to play with. My kids and I have already filled in a bunch of it using a couple different methods. So you can use, the best thing to use the Inktense pencils with is, and here's what the cover looks like. Best thing to use it with is some kind of textile medium, and any brand will do. I'm just going to put a little bit of that in a paper cup. And so, as I said, there's lots of different ways to apply this, but the one we're going to do today, or one of the two anyway, is to take a paintbrush or a blender stick or something and just dip it in the medium first. So I'll put that where you can see it. Then you just put that where you want to apply your color so that the fabric is wet first. And then you take your pencil and color it in, and you really get the full intensity of that pencil. The way we did it before was to color it in first with the pencil and then go over it with the fabric medium. As you can see right here, I used water on this one, and most of the color stayed within its shape, but it also bled, and that has kind of a cool effect, so you may want to do that. But if that's not the look you're going for, then you want to use the fabric medium rather than the water. You can also use aloe vera, but I've never tried that, so I don't know what that does. I'll have to try that sometime too. So for something like these really tiny spots here, it would be really hard to fill those in with the fabric medium first. So then you can do another method, which is to dip the pencil right in to the medium, and then just make sure your pencil's sharp. That might be too much fabric medium. We'll just keep going for a little bit here. And I'm just twisting it in the spot. Now I can go back. So this gets pretty dark too. But you do have to keep going back to get more of the medium. So even though it looks like I had too much at first, I'm already running out. So that's the best way to do really small parts. Make sure your tip is really sharp. And apparently not quite as much fabric medium. All right, then you can also do, with this method, some blending of colors. So I'm going to fill in a little bigger area here. And when you blend colors, it's always nice, or I think anyway, it's nicest to use colors that are analogous on the color wheel, that are next to each other. They tend to blend more smoothly and not turn muddy in between. So I'm going to start with a little bit of kind of this dark orange reddish color and fill in some really solid. But then I'm going to do a little less solid for a bit. And then I'm going to grab my next color and blend that in, not super solid yet, but then when I get past the edge of my previous color, I'll do some solid, and then I'll do some a little less solid there to kind of blend it. And then grab the next color down, yellow, and kind of blend those. So you can just kind of work it a little bit. And you can also use these fantastic blender sticks and even add a little more fabric medium if you think you need to blend it some more. And that has kind of a cool effect too. And this would be great for a pillowcase or a small pillow cover or a quilted greeting card or a journal cover. Lots of different uses for it, but this is just another way to use Inktense pencils.